Hi, my name is Michelle Tolan. I'm Head of Speech and Language Therapy at Kids First. Today I'd like to speak to you about how to use books to help your child's language development. As we know, we have very different books depending on the child's age and stage, from very simple books with a little drop of text and simple pictures, up to more complex stories with more text, all the way up to our children reading books that have very few pictures and lots more text. But why do we use books? Why do they enhance our children's language, and how do we go about it? The first thing we need to think about is the age and the stage of the child. It's very important to pick the right kind of book for your child. Obviously, when you're looking at books with children, we're thinking about the different kind of questions that you can ask. At younger ages, 2, 3, we're looking at very simple what, where, who type questions. As our child's language develops and the books become a little bit more complicated, we can start to think about more complex questions. Why, how, what might happen? The other thing we can do with books is to encourage your child to reenact the story, to look at the pictures, to retell the story. Another key thing that we can do also is that stories may have a certain ending, but children can be encouraged to think about a different ending to the book. Can they draw their own ending? Can they write their own ending? Use the stories that are familiar to them and get them to retell it. So they're not only extracting the information from the text, but they're also using expressive language. The other key thing with stories and books is talk about the characters. How do the characters feel? What are their emotions? Have you been in that situation yourself? What would you do? Obviously, you wouldn't ask these questions potentially of a 2-year-old, but you would start to ask questions like that of a 5, 6-year-old when you're trying to get them to start to use language beyond the here and now. Often we tend to be led down the path of pointing to the word and asking the child to say what it is. Be very mindful that books should be enjoyable, and books shouldn't really be used to test. It's about engaging the child in the print and the word as much as you can. Use the books to instigate interaction, communication, conversation. Key thing being, imagine. As children get older, they can imagine lots of different scenarios for how stories can end, and we need to maximise that so that they can use the book as a stimulus for lots of language use.